Hello everyone, I am here today with Temur CoCo Elementals. This deck has been a personal favorite of mine recently on Arena for Historic. It has a lot of collateral play lines, for a lack of a better way to word that. Essentially, the deck revolves around a mechanic called Landfall. Landfall, like on this creature here, Brushfire Elemental, says whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, Brushfire Elemental gets +2/+2 until end of turn. So, the objective of this deck is to get a collateral amount of lands into play in one turn as possible. This can be achieved through Risen Reef. When Risen Reef or another elemental enters the battlefield under your control, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may put it onto the battlefield tapped. This triggers the landfall effects for our creatures. If you don't put the card onto the battlefield, put it into your hand instead. That last line of text is very key. If you have not played a land for the turn and you get 2 effects off of this, you're going to want to say put Fabled Passage in your hand. So instead of it coming into play tapped, you put it into your hand and say your second trigger hits a different land. You can put that one into play tapped and then use this as your land per turn, sacrifice it, get another land, and have 3 triggers in one turn. That is generally speaking a common occurrence with this deck. The 2 creatures that benefit from that, Akoum Hellhound gets +2/+2, each land comes into play, and Brushfire Elemental. That is essentially your quick kill condition. Lightning Serpent here also benefits from having all the lands come into play, because it can be anywhere from a 2/1 to a 15/1 out of absolutely nowhere. So that one's also a nice finisher as well. Also doubles up as an elemental, which helps Risen Reef triggers. So drop that for 1. It's almost like getting free landfall triggers and making these creatures absolutely ridiculous. So Lotus Cobra here kind of rounds out the package. Not an elemental, but it is an absolutely astounding landfall creature. Being able to fix your mana and ramp with all of these lands come into play can give you free collected companies, free Uro escapes. Like, the value Lotus Cobra gets is absolutely insane. So, with that, I've got various, generic sideboard options for control, aggro, graveyard, pretty much any circumstance you'll commonly see on the ladder. So, that is Temur CoCo Elementals. Let's bring this on the ladder and see how this goes. Control and graveyard strategies have been abundant on the ladder recently, so hopefully we'll play against some of those. We've had some good success in the last few videos regarding that, so on the play is great for the aggro deck. Mana base is perfect. Got a finisher, an Uro. Couldn't ask for more other than maybe a 1-drop that isn't Lightning Serpent, but you get what you can get. White, black, and green Triumph, 4-color. Yep, this is looking like 4-color midrange, splashing for, I believe, the green-white elemental tax board, whichever the name that is. It's a new card, I don't remember. Let's see if we can get under this deck before they start popping off. This is a pretty fast start for exactly that. Note this is turn 3 And let's see. So with a successful attack on turn 3, opponent's already down to 13. So theoretically, we could kill them next turn. Pending no board sweeper, which I absolutely assume is about to happen. Nailed it. Always has it. Alright, so with that, I think the game plan is to get a Lightning Serpent as large as possible, as quick as possible. So I'm probably going to play Burrow and hopefully hit an untapped land so I can play into this as well, giving me a Lightning Serpent that's quite large the next turn. Perfect. So we got the land drop we need. I highly doubt they're going to kill this. Not a threat in their eyes, so hopefully they don't Thoughtseize me. Nah. That's the friendly splash for it. Ramps up, can't pay life, can't sack non-land permanents to cast spells or activate abilities. So I don't think that entirely affects us that much. Alright, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana with the Stomping Ground coming in. That will give this 6 counters, make it 8-1. Give me some fodder for Burrow. Yeah, I think that just has to happen. 2, 4, 6. This makes Collected Company really good right now since it's not in my hand if I end up drawing it. I can cover basically anything that is about to happen to me. And assuming I'm not getting all my stuff exiled, Uro will come back hopefully in the next turn or two. Very possible. Lotus Cobra is not going to be doing anything in my hand, so might as well be in play. Get something down. Escape? Oh yeah. Yeah, them getting Uro before us is probably going to determine this game. But no, they don't have 2 blue, so hopefully that'll be the determining factor. Well, that's a landfall trigger for the future. Make them lose 2 life from Thoughtseize if they try to do that, so yeah, we'll keep the land in hand. No attacks. Yeah, really hoping to stop drawing lands here. That would be swell. Would much rather keep the lands in the deck for Risen Reef triggers. This one's probably going to get out of our hands pretty quickly. Oh yeah, that second land's going to do it. Not much you can do about a flood. Which is weird coming out of a landfall deck, but... So, they play Uro just like us, and it is reliant on the graveyard. None of this other stuff looks reliant, but that's worthy of bringing in the Scoozes. Scavenging Ooze are graveyard hate because, you know, Uro is in every deck, including ours, so gotta have an answer for it. Exiles creatures from graveyard for a green mana. If it was a creature +1/+1 counter gets put on it and you gain a life. So life gain probably doesn't matter too much in this matchup, but having individually powerful threats like Skoos is going to be nice. This deck plays a lot of non-creature spells, so Spell Pierce probably going to be awesome. Them playing Eliminate makes this less appealing. I don't think they have artifacts or enchantments as far as I'm aware, and I don't know about CoCo yet, so I don't think bringing in that is necessary. So I think Cobra is a solid cut here, and one elemental. The reason why I chose these two, this little, God, I don't even know what it is, this artifact elemental, he, being an elemental, having the synergy, elemental synergy here, makes this more valuable than Lotus Cobra more often than not, from what I've experienced. Lotus Cobra is a great card to have game one, especially if you're just on the aggro plan and you can drop them off Burning-Tree Emissary, but nah, not a key card. So we'll get a card that directly attacks one of their win conditions in Scavenging Ooze. Oh, that's our red mana. We've got green, blue for these two. Probably spell piercing one of their planeswalkers, so I think I'm good. Yeah, we'll do this. I might regret this if I draw Brushfire Elemental. Nope. Alright. Never punished. This is what professionals do. They make perfect plays. Alright, so I'm assuming my first threat is going to die. Do I want it to be Risen Reef? Because I can leave up a Spell Pierce with this. Why they would make me tap both green sources with a Spell Pierce in hand, I don't know. Lightning Serpent, clearly not a priority here. Lightning Arrow is fine. I think I'm just going to Spell Pierce anything that they do next turn, so... They really want me to use this Lightning Serpent. God, I hate Alright, so blue, green. Wait, what? I don't know why I was highlighting that. Weird. Alright. I think I'm just holding up Spell Pierce here. If I play like Nissa, which I'm highly anticipating. Well, at least I'm not drawing cards anymore, so I guess that's not the end of the world. Could just kill the Lightning Serpent.
Now, I understand.
Oh. They just don't do anything. Okay, well, that's great for us. Don't think it matters which order I do this in. to.
Fury will only lead you astray. Meditate and prepare.
Oh man, what am I gonna get burned by? Countering that fist. Probably a blue blade. Oh, Hydroid Crisis. Alright, well, I am fine with that. And I am rewarded by getting a Spell Pierce. Number 2. Putting both of them in the top 15 cards is definitely great against this deck. So I can do this, which will lead me into Collected Company, which hopefully will give me 1 billion landfall triggers. Hopefully. No way to find out. Well, 1 elemental. So probably that. Goose. Definitely don't want them getting drawn.
Still have much to learn.
No, no creatures for them, but that's fine. I think.
I have practiced against
Arrow's
many
definitely going to be coming into play next turn.
The thoughtfulness before action.
Gotta let it happen. They're gonna pay for the Spell Pierce. Know there's something valuable, so. Not too many things I can do about that. He did drop a card in there, so I can gain a life, make it match Hydroid Crisis here. Get a nice clean attack in. Yeah, I want to say I'm waiting on Lightning Serpent. I think it's got to be an Arrow turn. So if it's an Arrow turn, I'm going to want to draw cards. So let's just see if he blocks. Yep, definitely values it. Alright. You know, I'm just fine with this. So if I do this, I am actually protected from extinction events, so yeah. Sucks, can't leave blue mana up for Spell Pierce, but what are you gonna do? You need 3 life though. Hopefully they're just hitting blanks. That would be nice. But being a control deck, I have hopefully I can give this Spell Pierce a text box though.
Hone your prowess.
It's not removal, but it's making the Spell Pierce look worse and worse.
Together,
Yeah,
we will
well,
prevail.
that Spell
Harness
Pierce
the
isn't
elements.
doing shit anymore. Ah, man, do I... CoCo's 2. That is not the CoCo that the doctor ordered. There's a land though. So that's nice. 2, 4, 6, 7 mana. So I can have an 8/1 Lightning Serpent. Getting that 2 over. Yeah, that's. So I guess 5 times 7.
Forgive me.
Alright. So that puts me at 3 in the grave, so gotta get 3 more. Pretty much gonna jam the Spell Pierce on anything at this point. Yeah. Absolutely. 4 mana versus 8 mana. Yeah, that's probably the best that Spell Pierce is gonna look.
Seek shelter in my stewardship.
Yep.
Rise, my elemental friend.
Plenty of life to work with. This gives me a couple turns to hopefully draw into some gasoline. That means they're not tapped out. They've got 4 mana. Yeah, I fucking thought I... Alright. Psychos is 8. I can trample for 2 if this resolves. Probably not based on all that movement. Yep. Well, had to try. This one is not looking good for our hero. A billion years to get this hero back in play. Playing a huge role losing the CoCo. Yeah, this one's looking like to getting out of our hands.
Be wary of the ground you walk on.
I could have double blocked there, but I don't think it's relevant at this point. They're just way too far ahead of us.
present and can keep an open mind.
The rich keep getting richer, and I just get a land. Alright, yep, we're back in this one. I've had enough of that. No, you win some, you lose some. That is Magic. Any win rate above 50% is definitely positive for competitive Magic. So, alright. Let's get a mulligan on that one. See if this next match is a little better for us. Rotation, alright. Loving the name. Even if this is a land, so my turn 2 is going to look like this. Into Lotus Cobra. If I'm lucky and get a second land, I can at least get some of these down, but that... God, this hand is way too awkward. If this Lotus Cobra was like a Stomping Ground or any other form of red mana, probably a little more enticing. But yeah, definitely gonna ship that. Yeah, that's a hand of cards. What to get rid of? Not knowing what we're playing against. Honestly, I think it's just Collected Company, because right now, getting this game plan down is way more achievable than getting to that. So we'll do that. Fixing for red coming through, being able to cast Brushfire Elemental with the awkward mana base. Slightly rewarded for tucking CoCo. And they 100% acknowledge that that is my game plan for turn 2. Maybe they'll get aggressive and do it again. Nope. Alright. Sick. Maybe, draw a third land and might be in business here. That is not a removal spell. That is not a land. That's awkward. Nope. Still can't be blocked, so at least get my swings in while I can. That staying at a 2/3 is nice. Not drawing a third land is not nice. God damn. Well, they're flash creatures. God, I can't. Nope. Can't risk the attack. I'm relying on catch-up mechanics at this point. So, drawing a third land, preferably red. Great. That sucks. That also sucks. And, of course, don't draw a land. Alright, yep. Sometimes the magic gods just say. So, against blue-black rogues. Definitely creature removal. Is Scoo's going to... They're going to be putting a lot into the graveyard, but I don't think Scoo's is going to make a difference. I do think a Braid is going to make a difference, so... We'll take 2 of these out and 2 Lotus Cobras. Maybe it's just Lotus Cobras. Yeah, they don't really attack favorably. Keep the Lightning Serpents. Let's get a surprise attack out of nowhere, maybe get him. So close to a perfect curve. It's gonna be weird putting that down on turn 3, but I still think this is a keep. Anything Burning-Tree Emissary can bring down in the form of Florahedron is still advancing the game board, so guarantees I can play her on next turn and hopefully recover a little bit. Under the assumption it lives. Humongous assumption that it lives. Thank you for killing my grizzly bear. Yeah, I think at this point, definitely looking for some lands, so this is the way to go. Drawing all of the Lightning Serpents. Kinda awkward with only 3 mana. But if the lands start rolling in, that could be good. However, drawing all of my red spells and none of my red lands is making this very difficult. So, fortunately, I think I have to put a hold on my attack, because Braid's gotta answer either the Scavenger or one of their threats, so I just gotta hang tight. Take this, get some life to work with. Giving me the opportunity, I should probably play my spells since I don't have the mana. At least get some of their counter spells out that they value. Yeah, they value that. Continuing to get punished. Well, under the assumption that Arena is going to continue punishing me, my only path to victory will be to play 3 4/1s. Oh, maybe. Ugh, God, he's gotta come down. I think it's just this guy. Pass. At least I can get a really aggressive attack in if I draw a red source. An untapped red source, that is. I think all of my red sources are untapped at this point. Yeah, read it and weep. This is the shit I'm working with. Have a field day. Ugh. God. Do I just... yeah, I just played Brushfire. Clearly they valued that, so maybe I can beat something out of them. Actually, no, definitely not attacking with you. Flash rogues are real. Well, screw you too. I guess that's fodder for her, but, you know, 1 land shorter. Yeah, sure. Alright, here we go. Come on, Magic Gods, rip me off some lands. My only path to victory, let's go. Fuck what your flex creature is. No plays, that's strange. Why would they not? Do they think they can race me? Is this win? Let's math. Play the land. 2 plus 3 is 5. Play this with 3, 10. That does not get there. I'm gonna do it anyways, because yeah. Screw you. Alright, well, that was not a good two sets of games. Let's make this first run of commentary actually show some sweet gameplay here. Let's get a couple more matches in. See if show the potential of this deck, because those previous 2 videos released for this deck just straight up overperformed. So kind of a shame, had a couple of bad games there, but you know, that is Magic. Honestly, a 60% win rate is usually pretty good, so. Well, I could use some more gasoline in it, but I still think I go for it. That's good. Getting to save Lightning Serpent here is nice. A little bit of ramp going on. Another breeding pool deck, because you know Uro is everywhere. For good reason. I think this is a pretty safe tackle. Seal away is what I'm worried about. And then why would they seal away? This is fine. Might be able to punk them out next turn. We'll see. Sensor. That's good to know about. Should really change my dog. Akoum Hellhound, whatever his name is, should be representing at all times. That's probably why I'm not putting up results today. Got the wrong mascot. Clearly the correct reason why. This deck is currently underperforming. So getting that, let's see where we're at. Excuse me. So we got 3 mana. Make this a 4/1. So we got 4, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Well, alright. If they have no sensor, I mean, if they don't have sensor, whatever, but still, getting 9 damage in where they're currently at, and if the best is what they got is a sensor, then I think we're in a pretty good spot. Pretty much makes Collecting Company a good game at this point. Strange. Alright. Yeah. I'm very okay with that. So, I gotta have a Wrath. Oh, alright. They got nothing. I'll take them. So, any green-blue deck automatically assuming Uro's in there. Definitely saw some non-creature spells. I think this is a card I want to see slightly less. Lotus Cobra, probably no. Being a Bant deck, we don't really have a lot of information. Might just have to take a guess here. One of these out, maybe put one of those two in. Honestly, probably Volcanic Exploration. They draw a lot of cards, we gotta keep up with them. So, hopefully that is the correct choice. Well, when this hand finds blue mana, it's gonna be good. So, we're doing it. When this hand finds any lands, this is gonna be good. So, hopefully that Collected Company is going to give us the collateral we need to go over the top. I have a feeling this is gonna eat a sensor, but it is what it is. Make them have it. I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah. Alright, well. We got a game plan going on here. Might be conservative with how many creatures I put out on the board, and not knowing if they have a Wrath or Settle the Wreckage yet. Individual removal hints that they might not have any right now. So, here's the blue source. The question is, Brushfire, I think it's Brushfire into blue source. I think I hold Collected Company for next turn so I can hold up Spell Pierce too if need be. Keep giving them must-answer threats. Make them keep making plays so I can dictate when to play Collected Company. I am fine with Uro. It's not affecting the board. Also making this Collected Company looking like it's going to happen main phase next turn. I'm very, very into ending the game now. Alright, so potentially miss out on landfall triggers this way if I were to hit a Brushfire Elemental, but I think I need to leave Spell Pierce up to make sure Collected Company resolves. Wow. Shocked that resolved, shocked that I got absolutely. Oh man, I've seen some bad Collected Companies before, but that one was pretty bad for this deck standards, but I guess that's what you sign up for when you register Tangled Florahedron now. Sometimes you just hit 2 Tangled Florahedrons. Maybe they'll play something that Spell Pierce will be able to counter. That would be nice. That is not one of those cards. But it's something I can counter. Alright, that's fine. God, what is the game plan at this point? I think Spell Piercing something's really out of the question right now. I really need to play this Uro. Yeah. That is the game plan. if the magic gods are on my side, they'll give me an untapped blue source. Not the untapped blue source I was looking for. Could hold on to the land, but at this point, I think I just need to. Oh man, I don't even know what I'm playing towards anymore. Probably more collected companies. Not looking like a thing. That's a thing, though. That is a thing. Oh, let's play that so we can clear our Spell Pierce up. 2 cards. I'd like to get some stuff here in the graveyard so Uro can text box. Getting all 4 Stomping Grounds is kind of annoying, but you know, what are you gonna do? What the M's who's gonna do's? So if I attack all out and with the intention of sacrificing Fabled Passage, I put them at a theoretical 7. If they decide not to block them 4, so I can just 3. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna threaten with this. Would be a good idea to triple block this Yasharn if it attacks with it. I'm fine with the block too. And we'll save my landfall trigger. That's unfortunate. There's no point even bluffing mana at this point. They'll just go to the next phase and not. The 2 mana won't matter if I was bluffing Collected Company or not. You're 1 away from Uro. That's good to know. Will Spell Pierce have a text box? The world will never know. Not having anything with landfall in play makes it really not enticing to keep this in play as such, so that's what I'm talking about. Alright. I think they anticipate Uro at this point, so if I don't play Uro, they're gonna suspect something else. Yeah, I think just play Uro. Get rid of the non-land cards first, in case a Scavenging Ooze comes up. Leave Uro in the graveyard unless this Uro gets exiled or sent back to the deck. I'm shocked that resolved. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna play that. Definitely going to save that for a landfall trigger with this Collected Company, hopefully. Cycling. Well, they're a Wrath of God deck, so probably not smart to CoCo into that. Might not even be smart to CoCo on their end step. Unless they do something really off the beaten path. Let's see if I get 5 left over. Yeah, that's fine. Didn't pay the 2 life. Okay, yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah. That happens. Now I think I'm CoCo. I'm gonna accept. I don't think they have it. Alright. Alright. Oh, this Spell Pierce probably doesn't have a text box for the rest of the game. It's very unfortunate. But, well, at least this is only game 2. We've got game 3 to turn it around. Sensor, okay. Maybe they're Sphinx revving? Okay. Well, 4, 8, 10 mana, so that X is going to be 9. 11. 11 plus a Risen Reef trigger, plus getting closer to 0. Well, that'll be good for next turn. I get burned by Settle here? Yeah, still get 2 lands from Settle, but I think that had to happen. Makes him at least think about attacking with both. Or you could just be ballsy, that's fine too. That castle. I don't like that castle. Could make this pretty hard if I don't win this turn. Yeah. Block with Burning-Tree Emissary plus use Spell Pierce on anything means Earl comes back, so that's a ray of hope. Well, we topped something, so hopefully it's not too devastating for us. Let me block. Yeah. I think we live another day. Shark Typhoon, Spell Pierce anything. Things you do to get an arrow into play. Yep, 6 cards. Perfect. Alright. Do I resolve? Probably not. Resolves. Oh boy, alright. What does this person have? I'm very confused. get them as low as possible, because if they attack with Uro, they're going to gain 3, so put them at a hypothetical 13. So if this 7 hits, it puts them at a hypothetical 6. Alright, that's good. I really want to know what they have in hand. Cast out. Why? Oh, yeah, okay. So if they have something for Risen Reef, then that is good game. Wow. Risen Reef is gonna save the day? Oh my word. Alright. Well, with them having 5 cards in hand, it's really hard to imagine them having just blanks. It's kind of a blank. I don't know if anything I have other than maybe a Lightning Serpent. And alright. Sometimes you float out. But at least we're going to be on play this time. So. Now that I know they're running Shark Typhoons, Cast Outs, and all that fun jazz, Rex Sage looks absolutely phenomenal. I think that justifies probably cutting one of each of these. Still like Lightning Serpent as a finisher, Spell Pierce most of the time as a text box, so a little bit less elemental synergy, but at this point I think having as many answers as possible to some of their stuff is what I need. For those of you who have made it to this portion of the video, we're just under an hour. Thank you for watching, listening, forgetting about me in the background, whatever it is. I appreciate your views. I appreciate if you're absorbing the content that I'm producing. This is my first time doing commentary. Definitely open to any and all forms of feedback. I would love to make this a full-time side project of sorts. I really enjoy playing Magic video games, so if I can share that entertainment with you guys, hey, all the more merrier. Ah, man, this hand is so close. Having 2 red sources that are not untapped on turn 1 has been kind of a big deal. I was running the model lands, which lets me choose between red or green, instead of this text where it could come into play tapped if I don't control a mountain or forest. I still think this is a key. I'm just really mad that I haven't been able to slam a turn 1 Akoum Hellhound. Oh well. Do what you can do. Might switch the mana base around after this. They're Stomping Ground 1 turn too late as per usual. I think I'm just getting the Hellhound in. Give up Spell Pierce for whatever janky crap they got. Hopefully it's nothing. Don't think I'm playing anything this turn, so that's a safe Stomping Ground, save 2 life. They could be holding up Censor too, so that would be less than ideal. Getting something like one of these countered, make them waste a turn. 3 mana. Alright. I think this is a safe Burning Tree and a Brushfire turn. Hopefully I just jammed Absorb on this. That would be so much value on this Spell Pierce. Being able to out-tempo him. Yeah, Nether Ghost is fine too. I don't mind piercing that. Alright. I don't think they can counter this Brushfire Elemental, so I think that's gonna go. Yep. Sick. Alright. Let's get 5 in. Got some counter Wrath, Protection, and Collected Company. They start playing enchantments, ready for that. Pretty solid spot right here. That might be... Well, if I attack them for 3 and collect a company on their end step. I think I'm okay with getting 3 basics if they settle me. Or 2 if I just do this. Yeah. Shark Typhoon for 2, so you intend on blocking Burning-Tree Emissary? Okay. I think I just let this happen. Still collected company. Well, if I do that, no, okay. Yeah, we're definitely collecting company, because that forces the counter spell on their end step, which allows an arrow landfall trigger to come through. So if 2 lands are on the top, that's good game. Gotta get the Hellhound back out there. Represent. It's Vanguard. Yeah, I'm fine with that. That makes collecting company resolve.
I'm known for my excellent timing. No time for a break.
Is this good game? Packed me. Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright. Well, we are going for it. For the double land play. Just 1. Well, I think if that's the case, I think we kill Teferi. Risen Reef gives us a small catch-up mechanic. Hopefully this gets through. Leaving a Teferi unchecked is always bad news. Nope. Can't do it.
I won't let you win! You know what? I'm not done yet.
I see you're not done yet. You're still standing there. Okay. Well, Risen Reef gives me the opportunity to potentially kill the Teferi here. If I can get a land on top here. Perfect. Alright. Are you dead now, Teferi? Yeah. Alright.
I suppose that's how it is.
Possible I could have won the game if I didn't attack Teferi those last 2 turns, but it could have tucked the Hellhound, so no guarantees. It's better just to get Teferi off the table. It'd be cool if they played Shark Typhoon or something right now. Give this Rexage a text box. If they played Baffling End, also gives us a text box. Yep. The real question is, do I save Rexage for Shark Typhoon, which will inevitably be their kill condition? Get a Burrow, which gives me 4, so I could CoCo. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Alright, in that case, let's try and force them to have a Wrath. Because that actually helps get Uro down after that, so let's try and force their hand. Now they kind of have to respect this attack if they don't have a Wrath. They attack 110% blocking with the Hellhound. Or maybe the Emissary. Probably the Emissary. Emissary is basically useless if it's not giving me mana. Man, these are battles of attrition, that's for sure. Deck feels so close. I'm not feeling too confident. Five cards in the bin. Well, if I attack with everything, they will probably not block any of that. They know. I saw their highlight over the graveyard for Uro. I think I just... might just have to take down Uro of theirs. Let's make them guess what I have in hand. Playing out Burning-Tree Emissary doesn't do a hell of a lot for me. Man, we were pretty close, but I think I still end up just taking this. I think I should sacrifice my board just yet. Don't think we're in a very good position though. The amount of lands they've drawn and played, it's not looking too hot. Might try and get one more game in after this. Let's get on the scoreboard before the end of this, hopefully. Well, that gives Burning-Tree Emissary a little bit more meaning to its text box, so sure, let's see what happens. Something tells me this won't be enough, though. Okay. Is this one of those attack alls? Yeah, I think so. Leave the dog behind. Yeah, figure's not gonna give me CoCo fodder. But that's okay, because I think this Burning-Tree Emissary is gonna eat a block on Uro. Eat that block so I can play my own Uro. Oh, that's probably a good game. Sphinx Rev for 8. Go. Yeah. This is looking to get out of reach. You know what? We're in garbage time. Let's get a meaningful match in before the end. I think that's the fourth one of those, so sweet. Well, a deck with the Maria's Call comes good. I'll have a playset. We'll be ready. Not a control deck would be awesome, and seeing a Domri avatar gives me hope. If they're also playing control, that's very misleading. Oh yeah, they are very, very green-red. So, under the assumption they are very green-red and they're playing green-red, this hand might actually get there. With blue mana in any way, shape, or form, I think Uro will give us the collateral we need. Gotta change my dog. Properly represent my deck. Halfway correct. Here's the red. Show me the green. Hey. We did it, guys. We guessed the deck based on the avatar, because people are predictable. Sure. You can also have my Stomping Ground. I need blue mana anyways. That's a solid draw. Here. Blue mana will definitely give me some serious legs for next turn. Gotta be conscientious of Embercleave on their side. Dropping a second red mana, another creature would definitely do it. There's the red. There's the creature. Ooh, alright. Playing defensively. Actually, the Embercleave being even the slightest possibility, them having less attackers is absolutely necessary. Attacking into their Spellbreaker. Definitely more interested in not losing my win conditions. Fabled Passage would be insane. Allow me to get the island out of the deck. Play Uro into Lightning Serpent. Deal a ridiculous amount of damage. I am very okay with them taking that. I am also very okay getting Ember Cleaved right here. So, no blocks. No, Ember Cleave is nice, but that makes it lethal basically any other turn, so it is also not nice. Good to live another day, though. Blue mana. Blue mana the doctor ordered. How does one sequence this? So I think it's gotta be these three this turn. For 4, 7, 9. Yeah, this is probably my only out. Makes like Fabled Passage or blue mana plus 2 lands lethal next turn. Under the assumption they attack and don't have Ember Cleave, of course. Always about not having Ember Cleave against the green-red deck, which is a very real possibility right now. I think they forgot they had trample. That's fine. Extra point of damage in. The long tank makes me think there's no Ember Cleave at least. Being tapped out, they have all the information they need. They're taking this long to Ember Cleave me, they're a troll. Alright, questing beasts. So that means I gotta block the robber, or I'm dead. That is not the blue mana the doctor ordered. Not the blue mana the doctor ordered. So, we know what this deck is all about, so definitely bringing in the Abrades. I don't think this is a Lotus Cobra matchup. 2 power is nice, but I think at the end of the day, I think I want elementals. Yeah, let's do that. In terms of any of this other stuff, I think Scoos might be helpful actually. If I can stabilize to the board, take a couple of those out, one of those. Keep the core the same. Well, at least them not seeing the blue mana, they probably just think I'm a bad green-red deck, and they'll probably just board in some creature removal, but even then, still a good judgment call from their side if they do. Temur Elementals is still a creature-based deck, just like green-red. Being on the play will be nice. Hopefully a friendly curve. That is not a friendly curve in the slightest. I think keep this, bottom the Lightning Serpent. Hope for the best. Gotta keep one of these for land, one of these for a creature more than likely. Start off with this, because can't guarantee that I'll have an untapped land to play this on too. Guarantee Uro can play. Definitely guarantees Uro can play. That actually guarantees CoCo for next turn if Tangled Florahedron lives. If it doesn't live, probably, I guess it depends on what I draw. Either Uro into a land into that, or that. Then play tapped. Well, didn't survive, so I think I'm at the other plan. Just play this breeding pool. Now next turn is guaranteed CoCo, which probably is going to need to happen because I imagine something big's coming down. Well, Scoozes is an interesting choice. Well, if I play Uro, I'll end up with 3 lands again. I think Uro is not going to happen with the Scavenging Ooze out. Great sideboard card, jamming into anything. Totally not surprised by CoCo. Ha ha ha. Well, that kills that. I can gain a lot of life from Scooz after. So yeah, let's do it. Alrighty, Brushfire Elemental. What do you do for me, Brushfire Elemental? I'm gonna play Gamma 3/3. Takes up 2 of my green. That kind of sucks. Blue, red. Let's see what this does first. I think I might just end up doing a bunch of Scavenging Ooze activations. Actually, it's probably gonna end up happening. Who I got? 5. Yeah, I guess I'm just exiling one of theirs, so. Depending on how they attack, might chump block to get an arrow out. Very dependent on how they attack. I can still survive an Ember Cleave on Gruul Spellbreaker if I don't block. Come back, Hellhound. I'm thinking Domri's Ambush. Yeah. Oh, Primal White. Alright. That puts that in the graveyard, which makes that Uro castable, yeah. Sure. Thanks for 9. Yeah, go 5. Not ideal. is what it is. Best I can do is hope Uro can stabilize here. Yeah, I think I just hit with him. I have a chump blocker out. Pray to God there's no Ember Cleave. No red mana and Ember Cleave either. It's actually kind of nice they can't play that right now. Shit. If they go to attack and swing, that is most certainly an Ember Cleave. Which means when you play around an Ember Cleave, this, because I can kill that. That doesn't kill me. Alright, perfect. Alright, well, it survives an Ember Cleave. Great. I am very confused. Kind of okay with it, also very confused. That's not okay. That's okay. Collected Company? Huh? Risen Reef's card. Alright. You can play this as a land or an elemental, and at this point, if I play this as a land, be attacking for 9, puts him at 6 if he doesn't block. We got 2 chumps, yeah. I think I'll chump a Risen Reef on Scavenging Ooze. Trample on the Pelt Collector, kind of just have to let it go. Yep, expected that. So I'm forced into blocking Scavenging Ooze now. That doesn't look good. Another Primal Might, maybe? Do not like that. That... okay. I think they were supposed to haste that. Yeah, they were definitely supposed to haste that. Force me to block for 2. This gives them the opportunity now to get a bunch of landfall triggers. Well, it's a start. I think this gets me there, though. No, doesn't get there. Unfortunate set of games. Plummeting down, blend. Well, that was a handful of matches. Unfortunately, didn't get to showcase some of the sweet lines this deck has, but I still thoroughly believe in this deck, especially its core with Elemental, Landfall, Collected Company. It is a very synergistic deck. There might be some pieces that might need to be moved around. First that come to mind is Lightning Serpent, Lotus Cobra. If Tangled Florahedron is still worthwhile. But yeah, this 6-core package here I feel is absolutely essential for any form of hyper-aggressive landfall aggressive strategy. Replacements, it's very possible that this Tangled Florahedron should just be the Landfall Elephant, which is this guy right here. So another beneficiary of lands coming into play in multiples, gets +2/+2 for each one, just like the other ones. But this landfall creature also doubles up as a land, so might be worth it just to get an extra beefy body in there versus having an elemental synergy. Makes this 2-drop curve slightly less appealing, but I guess at the end of the day, really you just want these two or these two for your Burning-Tree Emissary into 2-drop. Could also Lightning Serpent. Yeah, so I think this is the current change I would make. Our elemental package is still looking alright. Only having 16 elementals, probably not ideal. I think this would be a very valid argument to get rid of Lotus Cobra. Landfall plus Lotus Cobra is fantastic, but unfortunately for this strategy, need a few more elementals for ultimate collateral damage. So, if we're gonna go by the curve, this more likely ends up over here. So probably looking at a 2-drop. Since this deck is still green-red dominant, I think I'm going to replace it with another red card. It's got to double up as an elemental, and it's got to fit our aggressive shell. I don't think this card's constructed playable, but it does fit the aggressive mold. Let's see what else we got. Got to keep it under 3 converted mana cost for the sake of making Collected Company as effective as possible. So, Overgrowth Elemental is a possibility. Not the 2-drop we're looking for, but it's got slim pickings generally speaking. So, actually might even just be this for the extra beef. Elemental buffs elementals, makes Akoum Hellhound have attacks even when you don't have lands. Yeah, I think that's probably what's going to end up happening. So these will be the viable 2-drops I would look at going forward. Yeah, that's all I got for this deck right now. I honestly don't think I would change the sideboard much. I still think it's a good plan. I guess depending on what you come across more, like we just came across a bunch more control, maybe gear the sideboard a little bit more towards control. Maybe add another counterspell or something in there, or some form of like tempo interaction, because Chandra's decent in a control matchup, but not game-breaking. Valakut Exploration has potential. But yeah, can probably flex those as needed. So if you made it to the end of the video, thank you for watching. I will be uploading more videos in the near future. Definitely more Temur Collected Company Elementals. I love this deck. It's a shame that this wasn't as good of a showing as I had hoped, but there's always more potential to improve, and hopefully adding Creeping Trailblazer and the Mammoth for future renditions will give it a little bit more of a spine against control decks. Until then, take care. Thank you.